Howdy, I hope you're having a great day. Silver Trade here again with another quick video. We've got a theory involving 741, an amazing post from our favorite region formal, and once again, GameStop is undervalued. Like seriously, their market cap is almost equal to their net assets. In my opinion, GameStop is an obvious buy at these levels, but please remember, none of this is financial advice, we are not financial advisors, and this video is made for entertainment purposes only. Oh yeah, and GameStop's utilization is back to 100%. We haven't seen GameStop's utilization this high since 2023. When utilization is at 100%, that means every share that can be lent out is already lent out. And seeing the utilization this high is an amazing thing and should put a smile on your face. Wednesday might be the bottom. And XRT's short interest is at 604% right now. And really quickly, before we get into how GameStop is undervalued on paper, this is just a quick friendly reminder that 100% of the last top 200 insider trades were all sells. Every last one of them. No insiders are buying. While at the exact same time, the Nikkei 225 is dumping. This is basically China's S&P 500. GameStop had $9.3 billion in assets at the end of Q2, while the free float market cap is currently at $9.24 billion. And right now, while GameStop is at $22 per share, the free float market cap is only at $9 billion. They have $300 million more dollars in assets than their market cap right now. This is a profitable company that's making over $1 million per day in interest. Their PSA partnership has been doing amazing. And their new Power Packs website, GameStop at this price does not make sense. And this news headline agrees. GameStop GME is experiencing significant market buzz due to recent boardroom changes and social media activity. With analysts divided on its true value, a discount cash flow or DCF analyst suggests it may be undervalued by 37%, while ongoing concerns about its brick-and-mortar business model persist amid digital gaming trends. But like we've talked about, at this point, GameStop is almost a staple company. People need somewhere to easily and inexpensively go in and get their cards graded. And the collectibles market is only going to keep getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Wonderful, the guy from Shark Tank, he's allocating 5% of his net worth into trading cards. Granted, they are sports cards, but he really sees the value in investing in collectibles. And that's part of the reason I got into it as well. My Victini card that I submitted came back as a PSA 8 today, and it's fine. I'm fine. Oh, and a DCF analyst calculates the present value of all future cash flows an investment will generate, using a discount rate to account for risk and the time value of money. Buck the Bunny posted, "Hearing rumors, might be a Game of the Year contender. Buck and the Cursed Cartridge is now available." By Mod Retro. For anybody who's curious, this is not GameStop's game. GameStop helped create this game, but it is Mod Retro's game. And don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about Region Formal's post here in just a second, and a little bit about AMC at the end as well, along with BYND. But before we get into that, 741. From November of 2013 to November of 2020 was 7 years. From November of 2020 until November of 2024 was 4 years. And obviously from November of 2024 until November of 2025 has been 1 year. Every year, GameStop investors think that there will be a Santa Claus rally into the end of the year, but sadly that has never happened before. But it's also been over a year since we've seen utilization this high. Every GameStop YouTuber says this, but the spring is compressed, and there's always the chance that Roaring Kitty will come and force that pop. A lot of people think that Roaring Kitty might never come back, and in my opinion that just doesn't make sense. Every time that he comes back, he prints money. And if you've never seen this chart before, please, after this video, go watch everything you can on Wyckoff theory. That's like one of the basics. And now a post from our favorite, Region Formal. This slide shows GameStop's quarterly financial results and my pre-Q2 earnings prediction, Region Formals. The earnings per share he forecasts is 20 cents. Here is the actual performance. GameStop year over year almost increased their net sales by $200 million, while at the same time bringing down their costs of sales by 140 million. And their interest income has doubled. The first big reason is the hugely impressive increase in net sales, the product category mix of which is shown in the table below. Note the flip between software and collectibles for the second largest category. Last year, software made up 26% of GameStop's total net sales, while this year that fell to about 16%. And last year, collectibles made up about 17.5% of their net sales, while this year collectibles grew to 23.5%. GameStop has also acknowledged this. In simple terms, they had a big increase of hardware sales by 31% and an even bigger increase in collectibles sales by 63%. Region Formal pulled out Nintendo's financial performance data since the Switch 2 was launched, and most likely this was the main reason for GameStop's hardware sales increasing so massively in Q2. This little yellow box, encircled in blue, is the volume of sales of the Switch 2 in the Americas. Even up to the end of July, only 2/3 of the way through Q2 saw a huge increase in unit sales of the Nintendo console. And yes, hardware and console sales will pull back now that a lot of people have already gotten the Nintendo Switch 2, but what cannot be denied is the success of the partnership with PSA, which has been going from strength to strength since its launch. This can be seen by the continuous growth in revenue from collectibles, which reached a new high in Q2 and shows no sign of stopping. Whenever I picked up my PSA graded cards from GameStop today, apparently employees at GameStop have to make an offer on the PSA slabs. So they made me an offer and it was very tempting, honestly, but I decided to keep my cards. GameStop probably wants as many slabs as possible to sell on their Power Packs website. And honestly, it was great being able to get an offer from GameStop for my PSA cards. It really shows how liquid that market is getting. I love what GameStop is doing. Really, if I wanted to, I could trade in my Pokemon cards and buy a Nintendo Switch. I mean, how awesome is that? And so, if you're a shareholder of AMC, you should have gotten an email to vote on a couple of things for AMC. This gentleman voted to get rid of AMC's debt. In this top question, AMC is asking if they can increase the shares of their Class A common stock from 550 million shares to 1.1 billion shares. This gentleman voted for that. He basically voted for it to be okay for AMC to cut their share price in half once again, from diluting another 550 million shares. Every successful business owner or businessman that you have ever talked to, they say that they reinvest their money in their own business over and over and over until it works. So why does AMC borrow money from shareholders and then throw it at some mining operation that nobody's ever heard of? I'm not trying to bash AMC here, but I cannot get over the fact that Adam Aron worked at Apollo Capital Management for 10 years and then a year later became the CEO of AMC. I can't get over that. And then down here, AMC says say on pay, an advisory vote to approve the compensation of named executive officers. AMC's wanting to pay its executives more, while also wanting to cut their share price in half with more dilution. I mean, do they think that they did a good job by investing in that mining company? They are literally delusional. And I'm seriously not trying to bash AMC here or AMC investors. I know a lot of people have a lot of money in that stock. I am just trying to show you a few facts and my opinions on them. And in my opinion, I think you might be better off buying GameStop while their market cap is lower than their total net assets right now. Just an idea though. And not a lot of people know this, but it's pretty common for executives in a company to get a raise right before a company goes bankrupt. And recently, AMC Entertainment has promoted a handful of key executives. The Washington Post posted bonuses before bankruptcy. Companies doled out millions to executives before filing for Chapter 11. Major brands like Hertz and JCPenney's issued 6 and 7-figure payouts before asking bankruptcy courts to shield them from creditors during restructuring, often before erasing thousands of jobs, court and regulatory documents show. The push and pull of executive bonuses and bankruptcy. What types of bonuses make sense prior to a bankruptcy filing, and how should companies manage the optic with stakeholders? The way that things are looking, AMC might go bankrupt, and then Apollo Capital Management will then own AMC, the brand, the IP, everything. I'm not saying that will happen, but if it does happen in the next year or two, you heard it here first. And I talked about BYND on YouTube and X, and I please ask that you remember it is an incredibly risky play. But to me, it just kind of makes sense. Here's the single condensed paragraph. Beyond Meat issued 316 million new shares in October of 2025 during a note exchange, but these shares were restricted under Rule 144A Reg D and went only to institutions, not retail. Only a portion became tradable immediately, while the majority remained locked and are expected to be eligible for public trading around April of 2026. Although trading platforms show a float near 380 million, this includes the restricted shares, meaning the real tradable float today is much smaller. As a result, the true short pressure on the public float is higher than the reported short percentage. And Beyond Meat teams up with Hard Rock Cafe. They have a total of like 253 restaurants. And do your own due diligence before you do anything, please. And I was hoping to talk about these two gentlemen before this point in the video, but sadly I just remembered. Objective 4700, I love you so much, brother. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're doing great. Please keep me updated. I've been thinking about you every day, and I am praying for you just like I do with all of my subs. But Objective 4700, God bless you, brother. And Calm Remains Cole, thank you so much for that amazing email. We're definitely going to be talking about that down the road, but I'm adding a few of my own little pieces of information to it. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, brother. I beyond appreciate it. I hope you both have an amazing day, and I hope you watching this have an amazing day as well. Thank you so much for watching all the way through the video. It helps me out so much. I can't even describe it. Thank you for everything, and God bless you.